Welcome everybody to an SGBL interview. I'm here, Byram, interviewing one of the captains for the war on SGBL, and his name is.
Hunky the donkey. How's it going?
What's up?
Or I guess that's I'm supposed to ask you. I'm supposed to ask you that.
You're too used to doing these interviews
Yeah.
that you've gotten used to being the lead. Right now, you're gonna have to play second fiddle here to the host.
For real.
Well, Hunky, how's everything going today?
Pretty good. Just hit back buys at the gym, so feeling pretty good. Yeah.
Nice. How have you been liking the gym recently? You've been doing a lot.
Yeah, so I had to take a break for like over a month and a half. I had a TFCC fracture in my wrist, so I'm happy to just go back into it.
That's good to know. Good to hear. It's good for everyone to get into the gym who's at home right now, listening to this interview and eating popcorn or whatever. Here's your daily reminder to go to the gym.
Yeah, especially if you go use Discord like the way we do. We need the exercise, dog. Please.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Hunky, I'll start it off with just some general questions at first. What is, and it's a question you've been asking everyone else, what is your history in terms of draft league / team tours?
Okay, wow. So I think I have one of the most unique intros to draft league. So I started out like maybe in the like April, May 2023. And I found out through Poke Aim's Scarlet and Violet draft league, like the first one he did, that it was a format. Like I had no idea that was a format. I was like, that was pretty cool. Let me try it out. So the first league I ever done was actually a legacy draft league. And for those of you that don't know, a legacy draft league basically works where instead of having an individual season with individual mons, each season your mons can carry over to the next season with specific contracts. So, for example, if I drafted Iron Treads for 3 seasons, I have that, and it's like 50 points. That 50 points carries over for 3 seasons with the Iron Treads, and no one else could get it. And there was also like around 20 to 32 people per draft, so it was definitely a weird experience. After that, I was just like hopping around doing like 7 to 10 draft leagues at once. The second one I ever did was DCTL, where I actually met you, Byram, and you proceeded to cook me. But that started a whole dialogue of me becoming a replacement coach here at SGBL for the first Ragnar Red draft league. So yeah, that's how I started draft and how I got into SGBL. As for team tours, my first one was actually here in SGBL Season 1, where I was player under Dango and Charger Bugs fans team. We did okay. It was definitely a learning experience for sure. But after that, I just hopped out here and there, slowly and surely, especially after that, my Season 2 performance, which was dog shit here in SGBL, became more of a prep guy instead of being a player. That's just what I felt the most comfortable in and where I could help the team the most. So I decided to captain for last year's team tour and this year.
Yeah, I think you're really acknowledging and finding a niche in terms of being a prepping captain / good player if you need to fill in and play. So I've been happy that you have been captaining recently.
Thank you.
Now, but just to continue on, what if you do play this season, as you guys did buy in only one captain slot per week, what formats are you interested in playing?
Okay, so the way we decide to structure our draft, I guess, or like just us two playing, we just wanted the extra budget to take advantage of some of the players we really wanted, and also, well, actually, no, that's the main reason, but also because we didn't really see a scenario where both of us could consistently play at the same time because of being busy and whatever. So we decide between the two of us, I think we actually cover pretty much all the formats. Circle covers Usom, Napex, and Fusions, and also RR and Pinch. As for me, I also covered all the standard formats, Napex, not Paldex, Usom, Little Cop, as well as Rocket Red, and can play both Insurgents and Fusions in a pinch. So it's more like a jack of all trades kind of situation, master of none. Even though I feel the most comfortable in the stand formats and RR.
Yeah, I think you kind of dabbled into what was a little bit of the auction strategy and everything. Do you feel overall that you benefited from buying only one slot after the auction?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm really happy with how this roster turned out. We had our targets and actually like only like 2 or 3 of these guys, so managing to able to sneak in a large majority of our targets this season was really helpful.
Yeah, what was the I mean, you don't have to go into specific details on every player you wanted, but what was some of the auction planning that you guys had outside of just we're gonna buy one captain and try to get an extra player and
All right, so the way we structured this, I actually just caught. I don't know if you remember, but you shared me your like auction preparing doc from
oh
season
yeah,
2.
that was that's an old school one.
Yeah, so I just made a copy of that. I used that for season 3, and for season 4, I retooled it a little bit and made it so we can like tier every single applicant in terms of either skill set and also team synergy with us. So that having those 2 major factors, our targets were for one Tachi. Circle really wanted Tachi for our fusions, and having that safety net, he managed to convince me to get Tachi. How they're like prepared and everything, their performance last team tour, where I think they only had 1 loss and around 6 to 7 wins. So having that fusion safety net was really important to us, and they're pretty active in the server. So that's another thing actually. I wanted, compared to last year, I think something I was aiming for was a little bit more activity. That was more of a priority than actual skill level. But we managed to get both players, I think, that are really good and are active. I can basically yap a lot in the server to match mine and Circle's yapping. PG, we decided like we had the set budget for PG, even if they can only play for like 4 weeks. Having that prop help was really nice. PG was the one that taught me how to play Little Cup actually, and I made it to finals, so I thought the synergy there would be pretty nice. And of course, I can't forget about my boy Hutch. Hutch, like, shout out to him, man. The stock that like a lot of this team touring can't be possible. Obviously, you know like how impactful he is, Byron. In terms
Yeah, he's
of,
awesome. He was someone we were looking at also. So I'm not surprised at all. Like you guys are getting some early happiness out of him.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's a good player. In fact, he like one of my first draft leagues in like a long time. We have some long time history in ASL. He actually helped me draft in that league, and that's how our friendship began. And I brought him to the server, and yeah, we don't need the whole spiel.
No, I think Hutch or Gazelle, depending what his name is in whatever server he's in, he's definitely one of the good dudes out there. He probably is sick of me bothering him for doc work and stuff, but he's also a really good player. I'm excited to see how he performs this season. I hope he gets a legitimate chance to really prove himself and show out this tour.
Yeah, I mean, like, we both acknowledge that he's actually like he's a really good player. He just doesn't he didn't get the minutes as much. Last season.
He wasn't picked up in the auction, and then he got picked up at mids, and he was gonna be forced to play a little cup over there with those boys.
Hell yeah, LCE jail. Yeah, I would say he's one of the better players in ASL for sure. And then, oh boy, and then we here's Ball Diddleman. So I never had a history like talking to him too much, but Sir Kill did, and he really liked how active he was um in Sim, I think. That's so basically the idea is we can balance getting one of the, I would argue he's like there's like a couple of few tiers in terms of Surge players. You got your like Seb, Rage, etc. And Ball Diddleman the Insurgents chip last season here at SGBL alongside him. Sir Kill vouching for him made me interested in seeing what he could do. And for like 16k, like I'm happy with that. It's not that much budget considering his skill set. So yeah, that was someone that was one of him and Tachi were the main two people we had our eye on. Melmetal, and Caustic. I don't even know how to pronounce this stuff.
Ancestor.
Ancesta? That's his name?
Ancesto.
Ancesto. Okay, Ancesto. We just wanted like somewhat like reliable Red players alongside myself and one other player I'll get to. Someone that can be active in the server, can give Tachi some backup fusions help if needed. And they're a good guy. They help a lot in the prep server, from what I've seen. Reved was a returning player from the Gym Bros last season, and he's a pretty, for 10k, like, dude, I'll gladly take him. I think he's one of the tier 1 Red players, really big in ADL. Also a pretty good guy. Relix was someone Sir Kill advocated for, and he was also they are also an ADL guy. Really, like, Sir Kill told me if we get this guy, he's not gonna touch Usam. That's all going to Relix. So I'm excited to see what he does. Lux, Lux was someone also from Sim, advocated for from Sir Kill, where he I think went like 6-1. Having that option for replacing Peachy in weeks Peachy doesn't want to play because you can only have them play for 4 weeks. Is really nice. And then Nate Dogg and Daddy Dave slid into your I love that username, by the way. Daddy Dave slid into your DMs. They're both someone that Ball Diddleman actually advocated for. And they've been pretty active in the server. I like some of the way they think. And we just want to get people that synergized with our team and also, like I said before, can gap in the server.
No, I know from a personal, we spoke about this with us. I know from a personal experience, I wanted better vibes this tour. As a captain, it's arguably more important than just having strong players. So I completely see it. And plus, a lot of those people are friends with each other, so I can imagine why they would recommend one another. And I definitely definitely helps out in terms of the synergy of a team when people have worked together and enjoy being around each other.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, now to move on. Just more so on yourself, coming back to it a little bit. What would you say would be your playing style if you were to describe it?
Ooh, it definitely has fluctuated. I think I can, like, it's definitely more from all the various formats I played. Before, like, if you told me last year or even, like, well, definitely like 2 years ago, it was definitely just spamming wall breakers and having just like careful prediction positioning. Now I'm just have a strong draft, something where I can bring in my threats, bulky pivots, pretty much what literally, dude, every single person, with the exception of like one player interviews and captains, always say bulky offense, and to some degree. And honestly, I think I have to be one of those players too. I think the best way I could put it is probably bulky offense with the mode to go hyper offense if needed. But I can play balance if needed as well. It's just something my drafts don't gravitate towards.
I definitely think the PAL decks I definitely think the Paldex world makes people think balance and anything defensive at all is not good anymore. So it's
Yeah,
funny when someone does bring it up nowadays in the sense of what they do bring and what they want to play as and adapting over time. Um,
yeah.
I would definitely, I guess, more something else for the captain. What do you think separates maybe you as a captain from Sir Kill slash you and Sir Kill as a duo from other teams? You can answer it any which way.
I'll answer both. So let's start off as a duo. Circle and he basically taught me everything that not like competent drafting and I like competent ways to play. It all started with him, man. All back in my first Wi-Fi league, like big Wi-Fi league LTM, where I got cooked. But that draft, he helped me not get a cooked draft, and our friendship bloomed from there. He like taught me how to play. So all of our thought processes, we're like similar enough where the synergy is there, but also we're real enough to each other to say, hey, this idea is dog shit. More so him to me. But
He
yeah,
has no problem saying that. I know from working with him in the past or talking to him in the past.
yeah. Like I appreciate like something I really respect about him was like giving actual good advice while also keeping it real to me. Like I respect that out of anyone, to be honest, outside of draft. I'm sure you do too. But yeah, so basically since we have that like similar mindset, it was only natural that like we team up and I think the synergy is obviously there with us as captains. Circle's great leadership. Like he has good leadership qualities. A lot of people on the server respect him. I get like DMs all the time saying people want to work with us for this team tour, and I'm sure that's a lot because of Circle's legacy in the server and his willingness to help other people. Uh, Something that I would say that separates us, for me, I can't speak for Circle, but for me, since we're like, especially for how strong the pool was this team tour,
Uh-huh.
they take a lot of responsibility for any wins or well, not wins, but mostly the losses we have this season, right? So I don't really blame the player. I always like blame myself if not helping enough or not seeing a specific angle to like help out in a certain match, and that also translates to how much I care about someone's prep, how they can succeed in the team tour environment, how they can have fun too, but also like win their games.
Uh-huh.
I always feel like I have that responsibility as a captain to make sure they have a good time and to make sure that of course they win their games. I don't blame player. I don't think I will, at least for this team tour. If they lose, I'll blame it on myself, and because of that, I'll also have the passion to drive to win. Especially when we get through the later half of the weeks where things start to peter down a bit.
Uh-huh. Self accountability in a captain is probably one of the best traits to have, in my humble opinion.
Yeah,
I
so
think.
like I know there's the saying there's no bad student, there's a bad teacher, or I guess a bad leader.
Uh-huh.
Obviously there's like some exceptions to this, but that's something I like takes I have like screenshots actually of people giving me advice, including you, Adon, and like a few other people. And
Uh-huh.
someone that taught me was like that really stuck by me, that you really have to take accountability of you as a captain, as a leader.
Uh-huh.
Just be a positive environment while also like actually contribute to a winning culture and a winning team.
I agree. I think from playing sports myself my whole life and coaching teams and being a part of a lot of winning environments, that's the one thing I always see from the best of leaders, and always
Mhm.
something I try to do myself and everything, even in my everyday life. At the end of the day, life's hard, but if you take self accountability in everything you do, you feel more in terms of ownership of what you're doing. You feel more responsible. You don't worry about the nonsense and the noise outside of it. You could really just focus on yourself and really put an effort into everything. So, and you could feel like the joy and the hurt from either situation. Whether you succeed, you feel all of it great. When you fail, you feel it on yourself. But at least you know it's you, and it's not, you don't put blame on anyone else. Albeit, I do have a funny story on the opposite end of this. When I was in 8th grade, I had a teacher who, in social studies, who gave me an 85 in a class, or a B, depending how you want to look at it, or 3.0. And my mom knew I was always a good history student. She was like, "Why are you doing so bad in the class?" I said, "Well, my teacher doesn't like any of the boys in the class or the one lesbian girl." She was like, "That's bullshit. You can't make excuses. You got to work harder. Yada yada, this and that." So I was like, "All right." But meanwhile, every girl in the class except the one lesbian got a 90 or higher. Proceed, my sister having this teacher 3 years later. My sister has like a 96 average in the class. My mom goes to parent-teacher conference. "Oh, so how's my daughter doing her test?" The teacher pulls out my sister's test, sees a 75, and my teacher goes, "Oh no, don't worry. We know she's going to do better next market period." And my mom was like, "So my son was telling the truth." So,
Do you have like leadership
yeah.
experience too in like football?
I didn't look. I never blamed the teacher once. I used to get 65s in Italian every market period. Never blamed my teacher one time for those. I was like, "Nope, I suck." But I think it's important to just put things in perspective at the end of the day, and you take responsibility, and you can accept whatever the result is. Like, it sucked to not get as good of an average as I wanted, which actually hurt me into getting into a high school class later on, but that's a whole other issue. But we'll just move on for that. All right, Hunky, let's go on to the lightning round. What are some of your favorite Pokemon you used in draft?
Oh boy, where do we begin with that? So I think I had to say like the entire.
No more than 3, Hunky.
More than 3?
No more than 3.
No, no more than 3. All right. Ooh. Fuck, it has to be 3. All right. Okay. A lot. I would say probably the entirety of my BBRD Elite team. I won't go into specifics. I guess the Pokemon that stand out the most, probably like Meow and Uxie. Man, 3. Okay, I'll derive from that team. I also really fuck with Steela and Usum. The versatility was something I really appreciated from the moment I used them.
Nice. Next. What is your favorite food?
I'm Tamil. Some of you don't know, or like, what the fuck does that mean? It's basically some religion, or I guess some ethnicity in India. And one of the mainstay foods is dosa, which is basically hamburgers. Are, dude, I had okay, wait, let me stay on topic. Rice crepe. It's basically a dosa is like a rice crepe, usually with like some chutneys or like some. I don't want to say sauce, doesn't sound right, but like some types of curry or like some soup. You like dip it in. Shit is a banger. Otherwise, I would probably say like a burrito ball or smash burgers. Recently, I've been fucking nice. A lot.
Dope. What's your favorite? What would you say is your favorite mascot Pokemon, or a Pokemon that represents you?
It has to be Uxie, man. Like, that mon is a 2-time champion for me, as well as being in finals numerous times. That plus just having that defensive, which is weird. I usually gravitate towards offensive mons a lot, but Uxie is the exception. That mon, I try to fit it in every draft I can. So I have to say, based off that, it's Uxie.
No, I completely get it. Uxie's awesome.
So.
Next, what is your favorite hobby outside of Pokemon?
Okay, some of my favorite hobbies outside Pokemon. I like going to the gym. I like cooking. Like, I'm so boring. That's the only 2 I can think of. Once I get the bands, not only at the moment since I just graduated.
You gotta start making some money. That's the issue.
Yeah, I like travel. I did like traveling a lot. Just yeah, like those 3 things mainly. All of a subsection of just like learning and like finding something new to enhance myself, like spiritually, physically, and mentally.
Hold on. Fine. If you don't want to admit it, what's your favorite video game then?
My favorite video. Oh yeah, obviously I game. So I was trying to like. I knew you were gonna say that, so I was trying to like not say gaming until we got to this question. My three favorite franchises are Zelda, The Witcher, and Kingdom Hearts. I also play Smash quite a bit. So among all of those, I'd probably have to say either like Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild. I combine them into the same game. The Witcher 3 or Kingdom Hearts 2, I think. One of those three.
Who's your Smash main though?
My Smash main. Ooh. Okay, so I'm trying to choose Sephiroth main. Not Mon. That guy really just clicked with me. The range, the precision you have to be. It kind of reminds me of Marth, actually, for those who are really into Smash. Before, like, he was nerfed in Ultimate. But the spacing was something I carried over with Sephiroth.
I love Sephiroth. He's so dope. But what's your favorite generation? I swear to God, if you say 5.
It has to be... Generation 5 is my second favorite. It has to be 4, though.
4,
like, that's... Generation 4 is what I grew up with. My first memory was actually me borrowing my... my uncle actually... he managed to get like a bunch of ROMs. I don't know if you heard of this before. I'm sure you have, but like there used to be like a cartridge where you could store a bunch of ROMs in it. And you could play like multiple DS games with like one cartridge. It was amazing. But one of those games was Pokemon Diamond, and I did not know how to like. There was like a save already in the game. And I did not know how to like actually back in the old games you can't like you had to like hard reset to actually start a new game, and I didn't know how to do that, so I always made it to like the first or second gym with my Chimchar and always have to like restart, and I did that shit for like 10-15 times until I learned how to reset. So that memory and a lot of other things made me really, and plus the anime really made me ingrain Gen 4 into my memories.
I had the same thing when I was playing back in the day as a kid. I never knew how to save, and when I finally learned what saving was, and it said my character saved the game, I thought it meant I saved the game, like I saved everyone from the game. Like I'm the hero now.
Oh my god.
Well, I was stupid, yes.
We all were.
Right. Well, who's your favorite Mega of all time?
It has to be Mega Altaria. That mon, so versatile defensively, offensively. I really love the way it plays. Great typing to honorable mentions to Lopunny and Susura.
Obviously. Excellent choices. Alright, what's your favorite Pokemon move of all time?
It's probably Encore. Like, that one's pretty easy. Encore, like I play a lot of PAL decks, a lot of Wi-Fi, so this is where toxic distribution wasn't as high. So the second best thing for disruption is Encore, and that move really comes in clutch a lot.
Yeah, I would 100% agree. Encore, I feel like this generation really started becoming like one of the most go-to used moves, like I've never seen before, and it's existed forever. What's your favorite Pokemon ability?
That one's a little bit more tricky. I don't think I can list my favorite. Like, it doesn't feel like my favorite, but the first one I could think of is adaptability. It's just like trying to choose strong ability, offensively strong ability. Honorable mentions to Magic Bounce, and probably something else I can't remember that's actually my favorite.
No, I definitely... Infusions, those are all the best abilities, and I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Has your fusions impacted like your favorite abilities at all, or is that just like something?
Oh, you know, I'm obsessed with Sheer Force. I think Sheer Force was an ability I never like I thought about it, like when I had to play against it, or if I had it, and to use it, and I liked it. But infusions is just different. It's like a multiplier. It's my favorite multiplier in Mons. We have like 2 or 3 Share Force Mons on our teams right now, so it definitely is. It's a go-to for sure. All right, Hunky, what's your favorite regional form?
Oh shit. Okay. I probably should have researched this before doing this. I knew this question was gonna come, but it's hard. I guess the paradox forms don't count, right? So regional forms.
I would agree with you.
I guess I would go with Galarian Slowking. That's the one people have been seeing the most, actually. And I think I would agree that Mon really... It looks sick. It's a reliable defensive guy. Oh, never mind. It's Galarian Rapidash. I really fuck with that guy's design. Honorable mentions to Hisuian Arcanine and Hisuian Samurai.
I didn't know you had good taste, Hunky, but you apparently have good taste.
I always do.
All right, Hunky. Now for the final and most important question.
Well, you forgot the second most. You forgot to ask me who do I like better between Sphere and Gibble.
We're not gonna ask that because the answer is obvious if I'm doing this interview.
Yeah, it's 7-3 right now. 7 Gibble. 3
People don't lose.
Yeah.
But the second most important question: why is your team going to win it all?
I think, like the factors I said before, the responsibility I feel, of course, Circle Fields as captains, to our players, the synergy we have, and the activity we have in our server, and obviously we're more on SGBL, so we're the good guys, right? So we have to win.
Why are you guys the good guys?
You gotta defeat the corporate overlords or something.
I've always said, corporate is, only good people work in corporate. I've always said that. And I think that holds true with SGBL especially. Led by Newspaper Edits, Gabite 1982, myself, Adem, Spiel, like all good people in corporate, last I checked.
Yeah, if this was tax, I would answer with the Pinocchio face emoji.
It is not. It is no Pinocchio face emoji. This is honest. This is all good people. Only the best people.
Yeah, of course. Wink, wink.
Well, Hunky, I want to wish you the best of luck this season, to you and Sir Kellen Warren SGBL. I wish you have a great tour, and I hope you could come oh so close to accomplishing our goals just behind us. So
we'll see. Maybe the student has become the teacher. Wait, what's it saying? Student has become the master, not teacher. Student has become the master. Yes.
Well, there's a reason I stopped playing conventional, Hunky. I kept losing to you, and I realized I was not going to make it anymore.
All right. Thank you.
I appreciate talking with you, man. Have a good one, everyone. Bye.
Have a good one, guys. Bye.